I was just going to the bathroom on a plane, yet by some twist of fate, I ended up saving a life. After washing my hands and heading back to my seat, the plane suddenly hit severe turbulence. Before I could react, the momentary weightlessness sent me rolling uncontrollably. Terrified, I screamed for help, but no one answered. Soon the impacts knocked me unconscious. When I finally opened my eyes again, the silence around me was almost eerie. My head throbbed, so I immediately struck a match to light the mirror. That's when I saw a cut on my forehead, but I didn't have time to care about the wound. The urgent task was to figure out what had happened. I struggled to open the door, and what I saw left me speechless. The plane had crashed onto a snowy mountain, its fuselage shattered, surrounded by the lifeless bodies of the dead. Despair washed over me. The peak was freezing, so I had no choice but to strip a coat from one of the deceased and put it on. Then I started searching for other survivors, but after combing the cabin inside and out, I found no sign of life. In desperation, I couldn't help but scream. Just as hopelessness set in, a man's voice came from nearby. I hurried toward it and discovered a surviving man trapped under the wreckage. I immediately helped him out. To avoid freezing to death, I first tried to hide inside the cabin, but it was drafty on all sides, offering no protection from the wind or snow. I had to search for anything that could keep us warm, finally squeezing into the narrow bathroom, the only place capable of shielding us from the brutal blizzard. Shivering violently, we ignored all notions of propriety, covering ourselves with blankets and huddling together for warmth. Even so, the man was still shaking uncontrollably. I pressed his hands to my chest to share body heat. The temperature had dropped to well below freezing, and this was our only way to survive the night. We managed to make it through, but the question of how to survive next remained. I pried open the bathroom door and stepped outside, only to be crushed by what I saw. In just one night, the massive wreckage was already buried under snow. This was a remote mountain area, and if rescue didn't arrive soon, we could starve before anyone found us. Despair gripped me again. With no hope left, I decided to dig a pit and bury myself on the spot. But just then, the man who had survived yesterday approached. He encouraged me to stay strong, to think of my family and the happy life awaiting me back in the city. After his words, I found the strength to carry on. Seeing a new blizzard approaching, the man suggested we head down the mountain to check for residents. If there were people below, we could be rescued. I was exhausted and convinced that even venturing out in this extreme weather, rescue would be unlikely. Seeing my hesitation, the man initially left me behind to go on alone. Watching him disappear into the distance, regret surged in me. I quickly put on my coat and hurried after him. Thus, our journey to survive began.